Okay, for adults, if you're stuck in the house, I'm just going to offer a little thing that I used to do when I was an adult student. I guess I would have been 16 at the time. So my parents could take me twice a week, which was not enough for me. So I came up with my own little thing I did in the basement with some music going. My thing took about an hour. I'm going to bore you with an hour-long video. So I'm just going to give you the short version of stuff, just so you have some motivation to do something at home as opposed to getting wrapped up with all the heyday of life and stuff. So this should just take a few minutes. So we're going to start off with your feet wide apart. I want to do some squats, kind of sitting back down deep. I want to get your hips warmed up as best as you can. And then step a little wider apart and kind of shift but hold, shift but hold. Pain right now is good pain. Pain while you're kicking, not a good pain. But pain right now is good. Just a little bit of stretchy, you know, that good kind of stretchy pain. And then we're going to just put your right leg straight, your left foot over top, and just kind of lean down to stretch and get your back leg, your hamstring, and your calf a little bit. Feel free to stretch longer if you want. I don't want you to have a boring video of the top of my head. And you do the other leg that's locked out, other foot over top. If you need to have something nearby to balance you, go ahead. Just stretch it down. And relax. I find as far as your traditional hand techniques, if you're doing your form and all, you'll get plenty of that. So I usually just did like a little kicking workout, did some forms. We'll post those on separate videos if you guys are still working on a form. Even if you have a little bit of space to work around in, you can always do a little form and shuffle back a little bit. And then we'll have some kind of punching drills to do too. So what I would do is start off with doing kick combinations, since those were the most helpful things to me to get down sparring. So I might start with a front kick, round kick. And what you want to do is you're doing combination kicks, is think about controlling your head and controlling your knee. As you do those two motions so that your foot down when you want to, keeping your head up straight. Then I'd add another kick. Front kick, round kick, side kick. Just going for control, putting my foot down when I want to put it down, being mindful of your hands, front kick, round kick, side kick. And if you're doing this on your own later, do different kicks if you want. Then I go front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick. Now, if ever I lost my balance and didn't do a kick, I would do that foot over again. And then the other side, front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick. And if I was like, that kick wasn't quite good enough, I do the whole combination over again. And then build another kick. Now, if you start like front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick, front kick again, I'm like, oh, I lost my balance. I'll do that one again to make sure I get it right. Front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick, front kick, and then sit it down. Nothing wrong with doing the same kick twice. And then I might do another kick on the end, front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick, side kick, front kick, crescent kick, and then sit it back down. And I keep adding things on, maybe add a little bit of a spin and kind of finale there, front kick, round kick, side kick, hook kick, side kick, front kick, 360, if you know one of those kind of kicks on the end. And I would just kind of keep building that up through. So if you do that with me, you should be pretty warmed up. And then I would just kind of do this combination fairly quick to kind of get my heart rate up a little bit. I didn't have much space to work. I had no bag to kick, no targets, and just kind of work that around for a few minutes. Okay, so I do this class, this drill with the kids class and even the adult class sometimes. This is something I made up in my basement as a teenager because my parents were busy and couldn't hold the target for me. That's fine. They were working hard and doing all that good stuff. So if you have a target at home, awesome. Even if it's a paddle target, or if you don't have anything, magazine that you don't like anymore, makes or a big advertisement, something that has a little bit of weight to it. You don't want just a thin piece of paper, but something that has a little bit of mass to it. And what I did in my basement was I just had a blank wall or whatever, and I just worked on starting with the baseball pitcher stance. That was my instructor, Mr. Lacey's big thing, was to think like a baseball pitcher. If you think about athletes of any kind, they're learning to make their body work together. So if you've seen some baseball pitches before, where that step and release, that's the motion we're getting for. So all of your body's in motion, drives in behind your palm heel. As you see my hand kind of follow through down to the side, I want to work on following straight ahead. And again, I had no one to hold the target for me, so I just hit the target into the wall. If you don't have a target, we have the trusty magazine. Just again, hold it so that you're holding the paper closed. You can hold it like this, or to the side, or trying to hit it in a nice straight line. So whatever you're hitting it into it, you can either put a bullseye or think about a bullseye straight out. So when you hit the target, it's whacking straight into the thing you're hitting. And you're just going for that quick snap of the hips and unleashing your body all at once. And again, once you practice, a few with your right, palm heels, elbows, and a few with the left. Okay, so you can't go to the gym. If you may have the cool workout center at home, that is awesome. If you've got a bag to hit or anything like that, as far as for the last few years, all I've heard about is the best cardiovascular exercise as far as actually strengthening your cardiovascular ability is that, high intensity interval training. So it takes a very short amount of time, but you really got to kick your own backside pretty hard here. So what you're trying to do is go as intensely as you can for a fairly short interval. 20 seconds, probably the shortest. 30 seconds, a little better. A minute's pretty daggone long. But if you're like going longer than a minute, you're probably not pushing yourself at 100%. So you're going like maximum speed to spike your heart rate up, and then you would rest twice as long. So if you're doing 30 seconds, you would rest for 60 seconds. Okay? So that it's efficient, it gets it done. Sometimes at home when the wife and I have been stuck there, we'll run up and down the steps for our thing. Long duration, slow, steady state cardio is okay. It burns calories, but it doesn't have the same effect as the shot to your system of pushing as hard as you can for a short time and then resting. If you think about, run away from a tiger, rest, rest, rest. It's going to kind of condition your body for the fight, so to speak. Okay? So I just do something self-defensive for this, something that's simple. So with the hands up, kind of starting from a good position. And if you have the air to hit the air. If you got a bag, hit the bag, it's even better. If you got nothing, well, don't hit your neighbors or anything. But just something simple. So we go the palm as you cover your face, and another palm, elbow, knee. And I do my little push back inside kick. Again, made up in my basement, 2.5 decades ago. And just do this combination as fast and as hard as you can. Again, avoid hyperextending your joints if you don't have anything physical to hit. So kind of stopping just short of finishing my arm out. Palm, palm, elbow, knee, push back, kick. 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 If you've got something that you can aim at, like a piece of wall or the post in your basement is what I did, don't actually hit that thing, but use it to aim. So you're aiming for specific targets and try to push it as fast as you can, getting your heart rate up for about 30 seconds or so, and then rest for about a minute. I should have asked Miss Bird to keep time.
We can do another one.
And obviously I'm talking at the same time, so I'm not going as hard as I can. And then rest for 60, and do that 2 or 3 sets.